Welcome back to the ESL Pro League APAC Region SEA Division. Now that I've got the long title out, we do have one more team from Southeast Asia to qualify for the APAC Pro League finals here in Sydney. And now, Ian, it's come time to find out who that will be. B.O.O.T versus Recca is our last best of three for the online portion of this league. And one of these two teams will be coming to Sydney. Yeah,
so I think whichever team comes through here, I'll be pretty happy with how things have panned out, wouldn't you, Tim?
Yeah, I think so. Should be good for whichever of these teams. I'm just writing down map picks, or else I'll forget them. Should be good for whichever of these teams do come. I think B.O.O.T have the advantage, but
well, tell me the maps, and I'll tell you who has the advantage.
Well, the maps are Mirage, Nuke, and Cache.
Wow, I was wrong.
You were amateur hour, honestly. So
I actually thought Cobble would be in there again, and well, I was wrong. So okay, well, Mirage, Nuke, I got those right, but Cache, meh, okay. These guys, they don't mind a bit of Cache, so it's going to have the old Singapore versus Indonesian showdown.
So Recca have picked Mirage, B.O.O.T have gone for Nuke, and then Cache is the leftover. So
oh, that's dangerous. Recca pick a Mirage. I mean, they really struggled against Mineski, so okay.
Well, let's have a look at the bracket and recap how that actually did go. Just then on stream, we did have the Mineski and Recca game, which went 2-1. Cobble was Mineski's map going 16-11. It wasn't their map pick, but it was the map they won. And then Recca fought back on Trainer Mirage 16-5, 16-12. So that's how they ended up here. As for B.O.O.T, they went through the upper bracket, beating Mineski and Recca, then going down to Signature last night, very unfortunately. And now they come here to play Recca for their final chance to make it to Sydney.
Yep, and I think, look, Recca should be, for all intensive purposes, on fire. They should be warmed up. But at the same time, I think there's going to be a bit of fatigue there because Mineski kind of gave it to them towards the end. And what I saw out of Recca towards the end was not the Recca that we're going to need to see versus B.O.O.T.
No, you're right there. I mean, Cobble was a 10-5 for Mineski into a 16-11 win, so a few rounds got away from them there. Train was Recca 13-2 into 16-5, so that was incredibly quick, very one-sided indeed. But then Mirage 12-3 into 16-12. Recca had a really rough second half there.
Yeah, so I think, for me, it's just going to be about, B.O.O.T coming in and playing their A game from the get-go because the B.O.O.T are the better team here on paper. They have had the better results. Obviously, I'm looking at that signature result fairly lightly, but at the same time, we'll just have to wait and see. Look, Recca, we know what we're dealing with here with, Rozu, Sis, Frost Misty. Frost Misty was playing pretty good towards the end there as well. Hoops with some good AWPing, really shutting down both A, B, and middle with the AWP, which is usually Rozu's sort of job, you would say. So if both those AWPers get going on a map like Mirage against B.O.O.T, then who knows? For me, Nuke, that's going to be a tough one. I mean, I've not seen either of these two teams play Nuke before, but I know they do like to play it. And then I'm not sure if we'll even get to see Cache, to be honest, depending on Recca, because it's their map pick of Mirage. And look, the Mirage ain't that strong.
So we'll have to see. Nuke, of course, we can break that down when we get closer to it. But it's a map that's getting a lot of updates recently, and it's even had some more minor ones come out in the last week from Valve. So more and more changes being made to that map. But looking at these lineups, it's who we expect. B.O.O.T with the same roster they've had for a while, just Winter, their most recent addition. He's been playing very well for them, in fact.
Yeah, the young Kazakh.
Yeah, and then the Recca lineup is the same one we've seen on that last map. They've already played this map once for us tonight. They got a 12-3 first half. So if they can do that again against B.O.O.T, which...
Yeah, but look, the 12-3 first half was more so about Mineski's horrible, shocking T-side. And then they really struggled to close out the game when, like you say, they got 12 rounds and they need 4 on their T-side. They won the pistol round, and then they still struggled all that time to close out the game.
They did, so I'm not sure how this one's going to go. I mean, I'm thinking that B.O.O.T will be a bit above Recca in terms of the individual skill. I feel like this can be a 2-0 for B.O.O.T. And of course, we have to add that Recca have just played a full best of 3. They might have to face down another 3 maps now. The fatigue factor will certainly be there. So it's not easy for Recca to come into this one, but of course, they fought their way through the lower bracket now all to get here. So this is their chance for Sydney. So they do have some decent motivation to play well in this series if they can summon that ability.
Well, I suppose so. I guess at the end of the day, B.O.O.T are in the lower bracket as well. So there's a bit of a chink in their armor as well. They come down to the lower bracket. They lose their signature. Unexpected result, I guess. But I just think B.O.O.T will be out for blood. I think, you know, they're just going to come into this game and not really respect Recca at all. Recca's slow-paced style and everything like that will be so obvious to a team like B.O.O.T. They've been around quite a while. They've had some of the best results in the Southeast Asian team region. So for me, yeah, look, I'm putting B.O.O.T on a pedestal here, and I just hope that they can show me what the B.O.O.T that we should have saw against Signature. Because I don't think Recca really... Look, I'd be happy if Recca come through, but I just don't think they're going to do very well if they do come through to Australia. Whereas I think B.O.O.T, they have an opportunity to really showcase that new lineup, show, you know, since getting rid of Moxie, like what they can do. And, you know, that they're going to be able to read plays of teams like Order and Chiefs and Flash a lot better. Or not Chiefs, but Greyhound. Maybe Chiefs, we don't know yet.
Maybe. Still one more team to decide from the ANZ region. But one thing we do, that I do want to highlight here, Ian, that we should mention is, of course, these players are not playing. This isn't Valve. We're not playing on Valve servers on 64 tick. We are playing on 128 tick servers, getting all that lovely extra tick rate. You can throw all your jump behinds and things. And if you do want to play on those servers yourself, you can go and check out ESEA. Go get yourself some alternative matchmaking, a better CSGO experience, if it were. So, well, as it were. I'm trying to words and it's hard. But either way, you can go there, 128 tick matchmaking, ranked matchmaking. So you can go and hopefully match against players of your skill level, have some fun.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like you say, you're a bit fatigued. We're on to our 4th map for tonight.
My words are just dead.
Yeah, well, it's
hard.
It's part of them playing. You just get to rest your voice when you're playing. You get to communicate occasionally, but when you're commentating or analysing 4 maps in a row, and then it goes maybe to 6 maps in a row, a bit of fatigue for both ways, I think.
I guarantee you that's going to come back to bite us. You saying, "Oh, casting is harder than playing."
On your voice, for sure.
Good caveat. Well recovered. Right. So, moving away from that, Mirage, Nuke, Cache. I think we're only going to need Mirage and Nuke. I haven't seen Recca play Nuke in a long time, if ever. I'm trying to remember if they played it when they still had Bentet and Execurate. And
yeah, they definitely played it with Bentet and Execurate.
But that was also a different version of Nuke. So, different lineup and a different version of the map now that the T-Rafts are completely gone. So, there's not much stock to put in that. But
there's a few changes, but the base of the map is still the same. I am interested to see how the drop works and everything like that, but I think we'll get to that when we cross that bridge.
Once we make it to Nuke. Because first, of course, we have to play Mirage, and we'll see if Recca can perform like they just did against Mineski. I feel like their CT will still be fine, but they don't get 12. They definitely don't go 12 against a team like B.O.O.T, I don't think. No. And their T side being as sloppy as it was, I think will be seriously punished by a team of B.O.O.T's caliber.
Yeah, I think they really need to be worried about their T side. That's where all the issues are going to be for Recca. But I think their CT side, look, it was okay. It wasn't that strong. They were just fighting everyone that they could and they were winning. So I don't think you'll be able to get those same opportunities. I think B.O.O.T hopefully will get the bomb down a little bit more often towards A and B with the proper smoke executes before the smokes fade. And they just saw Recca play Mirage. Right now, it's fresh in their minds. They'll know exactly how they do it. They'll have a game plan around it. You know, when they're playing the way they play, like Recca have got a very simple style that's very easy to take care of. The T side, and when you're T side on Mirage, they only have one person B most of the time. Frost Misty is close short if you bait him up there. Rozu plays in the middle window, and then later on in the round he'll rotate out to city spawn. Things like that you work against you. And they're habits that you can't really get out of if you're Recca, because that's the way you practice, the way you play, and you win. So it's like positive reinforcement when you have these habits. And that's what you look for as a T-side when you come into these games.
And that's a really good point as well. I would be very surprised if B.O.O.T weren't sitting in the stream watching that game just then. It would be lax of them to not, because they would have watched the entire game. No matter who they're playing, they know the tendencies on the maps that they're getting, because they know they're playing at least one of the same maps.
Yep.
And they can watch what worked for Recca, what didn't, what variations they tried when their defaults were being encountered, why their CT side was successful. B.O.O.T have an immediate anti-strat ready to go, because they have like the most up-to-date Recca game plan you can get. This isn't like a week-old demo. It's immediate. This is what they're doing today, right now.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, obviously, that's what I'm saying. They just watched this game. They're going to know how to break down Recca. As simple as that.
So we'll have to see if they can manage to do that. We are still waiting for a few players to connect here, but shouldn't take too long.
Yeah, maybe they're watching the game now.
Maybe they're watching the VOD instead of watching it live. Oh, boy. I mean, what else are you doing on a Sunday?
think, yeah, I think mistakes have been made in the past. But yeah, speaking of Sunday, it's a nice day. It's a bit hot.
Well, not inside. It's around inside.
Well, it's nice in here. It does rain occasionally.
It does, but
at the
when
same
that
time,
happens, it's not as hot usually.
look, I just if this does manage to get towards Cache, I think that's where Recca will be a little bit exhausted. I think I don't think it will though. I do see a 2-0 for B.O.O.T on the horizon. I'm using my crystal ball, and yeah, I'm weighing up. It's definitely I feel like it's 2-0 for B.O.O.T. Yep. What?
Just making the point
did
that
I
why
do
is
that?
your crystal ball this? Yeah.
I had my eyes closed because I was using my crystal ball. So.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay. Well, the crystal ball is normally more of a this sort of deal around it. Anyway.
Well, when I closed my eyes, there was like images everywhere. Anyway, it's a story for another day.
It is. All right. We can get into the Ian's
That's why I
crystal
can't
ball
sleep
later.
sometimes. Just
Because you're just crystal balling away?
close my eyes, I see things. It's difficult.
I'm not sure how to take that, but all right. It's a rough time.
Take it anywhere,
Ian,
Tim.
some
You
people
don't-
call it dreaming when you close your eyes and you see things.
Oh, but I'm wide awake.
Lucid dreaming.
No, well, it's not that good.
Oh. Lucid dreaming doesn't say anything about the quality. It's just,
Well, I feel like they would be pretty damn good.
how would you know?
Well, I don't. That's the thing. That's what I mean when I say I feel, not I know. It's the old trick. Whenever you want to get away with something, you just say, I believe this. And it's like, oh, well, you're entitled to your opinion.
You're right.
It's also like when people say, I'm sorry you feel that way. That's when you really want to kill somebody.
It's a bit, yeah, it's a bit rough though. It's like, I'm sorry you feel that way. I
Yeah.
am not excusing your belief or
I'm not
allowing it. I apologize I apologize that this is your fault, is
I
what that's
don't
saying.
at all apologize for what I did. I just feel bad that you feel bad.
It's a big non-apology, that one.
Yeah, it's a good one. If you use that one, you're probably not a nice person.
Probably not, so don't do that. Tips on being nice with Ian.
Yeah, I mean, I'm full of them. I'm full of something anyway.
Definitely full of it. What else can we do to be nice, Ian? I don't have anything CS related to talk about now. We've done that bit.
You can give way to pedestrians. That's always a nice one.
It's always
Especially at
it's always
roundabouts
polite.
where, you know, it's the law.
that.
Yeah.
Man. Just going to let that sit there, are you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm done. I got my message across.
You
Obviously,
did.
obviously that guy isn't watching, but...
Yeah, so for some context on our way here this morning.
No, but the people don't need to hear about this. But I think
I
that's
feel
good
like
enough.
just to say that this is what happened on our way here this morning.
I don't...
Ian is describing, so
Yeah,
there you go.
okay. There was...
That's what.
Yeah, that's
it
good
was.
enough.
Yeah.
Fine.
That's all it was. So.
What else is there? Well, do you know anything about the changes on Nuke? I'm pretty sure they just changed the color of some
So
things.
they've changed Squeaky Door. So Squeaky Door has been recessed inward a little, so it's a little bit further back from Hut. It's like got a inset door frame around it.
Mhm. Are you a carpenter?
No.
Oh, okay.
Funnily enough,
Mm.
music student. Don't know anything practical.
Yeah. Inset that, but it's like just say the door moved closer to the heart.
Yeah, it's been anyway. Shush. They also the boxes that are in the back of Squeaky. It used to be 3 stacks, like 1 angled and 2 vertical ones. They've removed the back one, so you can sit behind the boxes. In
So
the back
there's
of
like
Squeaky now.
cheeky, sneaky boxes to hide in Squeaky.
Yes, so you
That's
can
a lot
hide
of
the back of Squeaky.
That's a lot of-
And they've changed the color of a few boxes. A few of the boxes outside that were red are now blue.
That's good because
that makes a big difference to the
that's
gameplay.
the CT side of the map, so things should be blue.
No, like even the red box that's below the silo
Yeah.
on T side, that one's blue now.
Wait, did you just blow my mind?
Probably not.
So
It's
the,
just that
the
they've
red
changed the
box
colour.
that was always red, is that red still?
Not the red crate.
Yeah.
The smaller one, the first AWP angle you peek around. That
Oh,
one is blue, but the
okay.
big box along outside is still red.
Is there not a wooden crate out there, or am I just hallucinating back to the old version?
No, it's like a metal crate.
Oh,
now.
yeah. The one that you do the garage smoke over.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think so.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so things are blue, there's a little bit of cover changed, and Squeaky Door has moved,
Yeah.
and there's still no window in Hut.
Can you still crawl up the boxes in lower side?
Onto
the
Something
catwalk?
else they've changed. I can't remember.
Oh.
I'm not sure. They've also changed, that's the other thing, that next to the yellow bridge up in the top of the, if you're playing in the rafters,
Yeah, I know about them.
there used to be that little yellow gate that jutted outwards that
Yeah.
you could sort of sit behind. That now goes inwards, and that area of the rafters is restricted.
Oh, yeah,
so
I
there's
knew
an
about
extra
that.
like 2
Yeah.
feet of raft that you can't get into, and you
No,
can't
that's
hide
good.
behind that
You can
gate
still
anymore.
hide behind it, though, if you get the angle right. You can still crouch there and not be seen from Annex.
Oh yeah,
so
but you're not completely behind it now. It's like it's cut off a little bit.
Fair enough.
So I think that's it for the most recent update to Nuke, I think.
Now they just need to make a quicker way for the CTs to get down.
Almost like opening up a second vent.
I still don't think that'll be quick enough. Just because you're just going to have to go ramp, basically. And then even then, the only way you can go down, you'd have to shoot the window or the vents or make noise. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Well, I thought it was. We've had this discussion on broadcast before, but I think we both thought it was better when there was 2 vents rather than just the one.
Oh, I've always felt that way. But that's just me. I don't know who else would agree with the way I like things, but I think the ghetto's entrance for the T's is like a little bit too easy.
That's a secret, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, whatever you want to call it. Secret, yeah, that's what we call it. A little bit too easy.
Just because people have different names
And
for different things.
it's also a little bit too easy for CTs to get in there and be annoying. But I'd like to see it in garage or something like that. So the T's actually have to take garage or warehouse. Damn it, what do people call it these days? And then
Things have changed.
that way you can just hide in where that secret area was. But here's a map we're all way too familiar with down under.
That hasn't changed for
Eons has changed.
years. It's barely changed since like the start of Go.
Look at that logo.
It's been
Actually,
barely touched.
Wonder
Which
if
one?
Boot.
Boots?
Wonder if Boot will do a shoey when they come down here.
No, they'll do a booty. It doesn't really work. That really doesn't work.
What did you just say?
Don't worry about it. It's because it's a boot, not a shoe. Anyway.
Move hoops. Nice. Okay, so Recca, T-side, starting off strong. They're all alive. Doesn't get much better than this.
Splash gear, this is aggressive. Up on top of the short fence, and Tommy's going up with him. If Tommy dies here and they go to refrag mid, or even if Tommy gets a kill and they go to refrag mid, there's no way they expect splash gear. They expect splash gear there, but they won't. Tommy's just making some noise, tapping away. Not going to commit all the way into the angle where Eeyore is. Frost Misty in the meantime, going it down to clear out sewers, and this is where, Ian, we were saying that this slow T side won't work for Recca because Boot are going to do this. Just challenge immediately. Try and find out where they are.
Well, it might work if they can punish Tommy for his
Eel's trying.
insubordination.
Okay, so Eel's just moved up and tucked himself into a cutout. So still not quite punishing, but nearly.
We'll see.
Ooh, Eeyore, there he goes. Okay, that's a good kill. Winter's already found 1 in the meantime, but Splashkey has been dinked down and will have to fall off. Now Recca are moving quickly, splitting in onto the A side, but the bomb is not. The bomb still isn't there for Recca.
It's a bit of a joke, really, now at this point, isn't it?
Watch the bomb get caught out in mid. Watch it happen.
I mean, to even take the bomb mid, it's insane.
Just go through T. Okay, they've got it on the A bomb side, and there's no one that can cut it off, so at least that's all right. This is a funky boost.
Imagine when
I
the
don't know how
CTs
you can see anything through that.
Well, mate, if your screen resolution is high enough, you can see through anything.
I suppose if you're like 2 inches from the screen, that would help too.
Mm.
But now the retake coming in. What are you looking at, Recca? You're getting destroyed. Boot,
Good
dismantling
plant too.
everyone.
Really good plan, considering the bomb literally just came and connected. We're going to plant CT side, guys. And I think somehow Boot knew it was A. Nice work there by Boot. And this will be the difference going through this whole game,
Was
Tim.
that sarcasm or?
Obviously,
gonna
forward.
say,
Don't make me say /S on broadcast.
What do you mean they knew it was A? I'm sorry. Wasn't obvious enough
We're
for
off to
me.
a good start.
Aren't we just?
Recca really punishing us for watching that. And Boot are going to win that first round. Just full retake onto the A site. Splashkey. Now, this guy was playing nuts. So I don't actually understand how they lost to Singapore. He must have had a nap.
To who?
Splashkey.
No. Who did they lose to?
Oh, Singapore. Did I say Singapore instead
Yeah.
of Signature?
Yeah, you did.
And they're even Thailand, so who even knows what's going on.
Not you.
Maybe he had a napski. Anyway. Hoops. Gonna pop one off, as Jordan would say. He's popping off. Never really agreed with that one,
A
Tim.
Napski.
Yep.
I haven't moved past that yet.
No, okay, well, I'm going. I'm
Okay,
good. We're
By all
still,
means.
I'm still here. We're still here. We're in here. They're out there. Frost Misty in middle now. He could also cause a bit of havoc in this connector area. Don't forget Rosu's at the end of Palace, just waiting for a contact play to happen.
Man, this is dangerous. Recca are just trying to find timings through smokes and into angles that the CTs aren't watching, but not sure how well it's going to work. They are, despite that kill, facing down a lot of rifles here. An impression. Snaps down 1. Waiting on the A side for more players to come. Gets peaked and actually will go down to the combination of pistol damage from Rosu and Frost Misty. But here come the rifles on that fast flank. Ben Kai with the UMP. Going to go all the way around as the other players come into CT. Recca, though, they have a bit of time to work with. The CTs aren't on them just yet. We'll see if they can hold off this retake. There's not that much utility on the CTs. Ben Kai's got an incendiary he can throw somewhere to try and flush them out, but This is difficult now. There's kits on 2 of these players, so they have the time, and Frost Misty's flankers come too early. Tommy's ready for it, and that will be the go signal for B.O.O.T here. Sis under Palace, you need to convert those when they're one hit and they're looking at you, and the pistols get run over. Defuse will come in, and the rifles will be saved by the CTs. Defuse is actually going to be, no, not that close. He's fine.
It was a very nice round by B.O.O.T, considering the fact that they got smashed in the start. Splashkey going down, same with Impression. But they recovered very well, and waiting for that Frost Misty Peak City spawn. Balls of steel, to be honest. That was really wearing down the clock. And at that point, you're just hoping Recca make a mistake when it does come to retaking the bomb. And they do. So that's all good. B.O.O.T come away with a very difficult anti-eco. And Recca, though, with the bomb down so many times, are able to buy up into this round. Full middle control coming out from B.O.O.T. Impression just trying to assert some dominance.
Mid push comes in. Sis will grab himself one. Rosu with another. So they start off well onto B.O.O.T. The AKs in the 3rd round doing damage. Benkai can peek out and catch out Frost Misty here, and he will with the UMP. Splashy gets one, but Benkai overcommits with just the SMG. Leaves it now in the 2 versus 3. But the CTs are still trying to fight here. Winter looking out for Sis, who is sitting in a smoke behind the boxes. Not an expected angle, but it will be a B push. Well, there shouldn't be any sound cues for him unless they were running, which I don't think they were. Winter is clued into this. But Tees will go underpass instead. Oh,
2 on 3. This is so difficult. One of them needs to get some information somewhere. And they need to group up. It'll be another retake for B.O.O.T. Recca's T-side looking a lot stronger already. Maybe they figured out their the trick to it against Mineski in the final hour. Eeyore in the window. How much is that Eeyore in the window?
I'm not sure if you can buy them. I also don't know what noise an Eeyore makes, so I can't finish that for you as much as I'd like to. Just acknowledging, though, that I did understand the reference you were going for. So the bomb will go down on the A-bomb site here for Recca. B.O.O.T will have to come on this retake. With the rifles, 2 versus 3. If they can find an early frag, they can make this work. But Recca have held on to some utility. And that's going to burn away the time and the ground for B.O.O.T to make this one happen now. The smoke fading away. Molotov's out to clear out some angles for them. Under Palace and Firebox both clear, but the T's still aren't peeking. And B.O.O.T, I'm not sure how winnable this one is for them now. The time ticking away. They don't even have a smoke they can put on the bomb. There is 1 kill coming in for Winter, and he's going to try and hold this for the hero play while his teammate sticks it. But Splashkey and Rosu will close them out, and Recca win the early bye.
Yep, so despite having some pretty sharp aim there towards the end, B.O.O.T, they lost too many numbers too early. Recca, and also, look, Recca give them half a chance as well by walking around the map at the pace they do. And they smoke CD spawn and Molotov and stay in connector area. That bomb planter would have been toast if there was a player in CD spawn. So, taking a lot of risks there, Recca, but we'll just have to wait and see if it pays off. Now, B.O.O.T on the eco, so what do you expect from this? Not much.
Probably not. Only 2 players, 3 players with pistols actually purchased up. There goes one of them. Deagles remain on Impression and Benkai, but still not a lot they can do to stop this one as the T's take some mid-control for themselves. And the bomb down top mid, they probably will pinch up onto the A-bomb site here, where 3 B.O.O.T players are actually waiting for them at top con. They don't even give them the opportunity to wait. They peek out and destroy 2 players in mid. That's an AK recovered as well. Recca were not expecting that, and B.O.O.T, very good play, identifying that Recca do eventually come up connector, and therefore they're probably waiting around connector. We'll get 1. Impression cleans up onto Sis.
This could be the reset.
3 versus 3. This could indeed be the reset, as you say. They're all going to fight this one together. They're looking to go and find another gun if they can. They did drop these players, but not finding it just yet. Tommy playing lookout for his teammates. The bomb's going to come into A, and there's another player up mid. Frost Misty whiffing the spray means he should go down here. He can't even reload in time. So a 2v2 where both CTs have AKs.
Tommy, don't go B.
Tommy does not have
I'll
the read.
send him some messages. It's A. Tommy.
Ian trying out his telekinesis won't make it work, and Tommy gets destroyed by Hoops. So Winter at this point should fall off and save the AK.
Yep.
Indeed he will.
That would be the wise thing to do. Would have liked Tommy to save his as well. I mean, look, you're on an eco. Whenever you're on an eco, feel free to save. You're going to lose the round anyway. You were prepared for that when you spawned and you said, we can't afford guns. So good outcome for B.O.O.T just to save this one gun, but to get those kills, that's really good as well. That's going to stop Recca from getting a little bit too rich.
Keep the money nice and low for them. So Recca will back off into CT spawn to save their rifles. So they lose 3, but they still get the round, which is what's important at this juncture. B.O.O.T don't really have the money to buy up into this one, so should just take a save. Benkai is rich, so he'll be able to drop if they need it, or just go straight for the AWP, and they're going to buy. Interesting. They've actually dropped an AWP over to Impression. Everyone else is forcing up what they can. This is actually a pretty good buy, given how much money they had.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's definitely what you want. There's no need to get head armor. You know they've all got AK-47s. Bomb is down T-spawn again for Recca. I think they're going to come through unders and pincer onto the A-bomb site at some point. Now, that might just work out really well. They have got a close player in connector, and Tommy's in that window as well. So once the smoke goes, well, they're going to be in a really good spot to pincer and crossfire onto that connector area. Oh, pardon me. And I think you'll find that the player close A ramp is going to be in a hell of a lot of trouble.
So we'll see how B.O.O.T deal with this situation. Tommy up in ladder room is watching for the boost, which will now come in from Rozyu. They've actually got a really good crossfire on this, and Benkai just takes the kill. Tommy is unknown at this point. So that's a good position for him to be in, and Splashy's opened up onto hoops as well. So now Recca's starting to adjust. Frost Misty takes down Benkai. Eeyore comes through for the flank, but Impression grabs 1. The trade's back and forth now. But Impression towards A ramp has quite a strong position here. He's looking for Eeyore, but he's going to be wrapped on and still wins that fight. Left on just 13 HP. It's Eeyore with everyone all around him. Nothing he can do. And B.O.O.T win back around.
That's really good timing by B.O.O.T as well, because they did do a lot of damage. You can see this. The 2 players who saved their guns and those anti-ecos, they're fine. They've got 3,900 and 3,400. But everyone else on Recca is now in the pits. They can't afford a whole lot. And so that's great timing by B.O.O.T to bounce back. And it might just mean that that was a fluke from Recca to win that first gun round. But we'll see. Time will tell. Benkai in the middle position here, going to spot out any sort of mid-control. Here's the flashes and everything going off. So they're really triggering his curiosity. Rosu is going to come through unders. It is an anti-eco. They did lose the AWP last round. So that's probably the biggest burn job out of that.
But I do have all the rifles up they'll need to make this work. Now, don't die to a player unders again. It happened last time. Just don't do it. Benkai will fall back and stay alive this time around, and will get himself a kill. Tommy can swing for the trade, but Benkai just needs to relax here and let Tommy do the work with his rifle. That's bought themselves a space to fight mid again. Still a player underpass. But now, the danger really taken right out of Rozyu here. Will be traded no matter what he does, and Tommy will spot him out. So Frost Misty left in the 1 versus 5. Not much he can do with the P250, and he will go down. So some dangerous times, but B.O.O.T hold on to that one very easily in the end.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what you would expect as well, coming up against a full eco almost. Just the pistols, no armor. And now Recca again. Sometimes you've just got to eco, you know? Anyway, they couldn't afford... So now they're buying armor pistols again. They were very close to being able to afford AKs and armor, but they obviously need the utility if they're going to do any sort of executes. Sis now gotten past Benkai's watch. This could be detrimental to the A defense.
Exactly that. He's all the way out through corner and they don't know Benkai. You've got to check this, but surprise, there's Sis. Trade should be coming out immediately from Splashkey, and it will be. And Winter, this is dangerous. They're going to run through into him. All of them go. He sprays down 2. Wastes all his bullets on looking for the 3rd, but will get out and manage to recover. It's actually Tommy who grabs that one. So Winter survives on 2. And Frost Misty, again, the CZ gets a frag by running through the smoke, but it doesn't matter. It's Frost Misty now in the 1 versus 3. The bomb down all the way in B apps, practically on B side. It's so far up. Got to try and fight this one back. With no armor, the AK-47. Not really too much hope for him. He can get this frag onto Winter, who is the aggressive player, though. Winter on just 2 HP. He needs an instant headshot here, which with no head armor is possible. But Frost Misty, how will he approach this angle? Still wondering about top mid at the moment, but surely has to go into Winter here in a second. And Winter's holding the line. That's an AK upgrade for Winter. Back to the one that was dropped from a teammate. And B.O.O.T will take their 5th round now, looking strong.
I mean, that's the B-App holder's dream, to have 3 guys with pistol, no armor, jump through a smoke grenade at you. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. So, Nice work there by Winter, and also to get that last kill on 2 HP. I mean, that's very far to go on 2 HP. And now Splashky back on the AWP. Gets that middle control. Ben Kai would have told him their routine. Rosu just doing usual middle stuff, wasting that utility. Trying to keep CTs out of those positions. Can be very detrimental to your health, as we saw. Captain Mo went absolutely nuts in that connector area through smoke in the IEM Sydney qualifier.
Now Winter, Sis is looking straight at him, so this smoke fading will work out for Sis in the end. Name might have showed up, smoke might be different, we don't know, but the end result is the same. The T's get the entry frag and the refrag onto Tommy as well. So in a 4v3, the bomb can go down. Rosio in mid has a lot of control here, and he will catch out Benkai. Just makes this round even more difficult. Splashky and Impression, the double AWP, they should not even attempt this retake at this point. Just save. They put so much money into these guns, but they are going in for it. Or at least Splashky's in looking for a frag. Impression's still lurking around, but okay, they don't get a frag instantly. They wanted the damage, and they will be falling out. But Ortiz chase them.
Keeping those double AWPs alive is probably one of the most important things B.O.O.T can do. And letting Recca get this round really is not much of any consequence, because next round they'll be able to buy up. B.O.O.T, that is. So if they can buy up and then beat Recca back again, that could be another double eco with the way that Recca treat their money. And then you'll be looking at, what, 7-6, 7-3. So now, like I said, here we go. They're going to shuffle their guns around. Ben Kai still has plenty of cash. I wonder what they're going to do. I mean, look, again, buying head armor when you know they've all got AK, that's blowing my mind a little bit.
It's a waste of $350.
Yeah. Well, I'm a bit of a tired-ass Tim when it comes to spending money.
It's understandable. That's the difference between having a smoke and not, for instance, or...
Next round. Might not affect you this round, but it will affect you later on down the track. If you don't buy head armor 3 times, that's $1,000.
Winter going to be the contact point for this Palace play from Recca. Out he comes, and he can't quite line up the kill. Sis, that was a ridiculous 180. He was fighting a player jungle and then killed Sandwich. So a big transfer for him. Tommy gets 1, but Sis is on point, destroying everybody. Wrecking all of B.O.O.T by himself. 3 kills in the round. Impression now. The double AWP cannot be saved. He's got to try and hold on to his 1. And he should be able to do it, but what a massive round from Sis. And he's still hunting. Going into B-Apps through underpass, determined to try and take this AWP away from Impression.
Some say he still hasn't found his ultimate form. Just a super Sis.
And he will get the AWP as well. Impression jumps straight into it. Sis gets the 4K. Destroying B.O.O.T single-handedly. And stopping that reset as well. That's important.
Not interested in the AWP, Recca. Interesting. Knowing that they're on the anti-eco. Impression has a lot of money, so does Splashky. They could buy a couple pistols for the boys. And we're just going to see what, I don't know what from Recca, maybe an anti-eco of sorts where they just sit top mid waiting for B.O.O.T to push up. B.O.O.T should know better. And B.O.O.T just going to leave that B bomb site completely open. Impressions is going to walk across there now, but full Palace control coming out from Winter.
That'll be a good bit of info for them. He's actually all the way through into T-spawn as well, so he's giving his teammates all of this information, but that won't help unless they can hit these shots. And Eagle's going to go down to Splashky off the start. It is just the pistols here for B.O.O.T Dreamscape, but still some damage would be helpful. And so far they've found nothing. Impression on the B-bomb site with a Deagle. We'll be looking for these shots, but I don't really like his chances. In the meantime, Benkai's got 1 with a USP. Impression actually gets 1. Now Winter joins in as well, but the Molotov is on point. And it leaves Winter with the AK with the bomb in a 1 versus 2. Recca have left the bomb behind and Winter's on it, so they know that he's around here somewhere. If he can win this one on Hoops, he'll might have a chance, but Hoops destroys him. Good peek.
Still did a hell of a lot of damage, really. B.O.O.T 3 kills. That's going to hurt the economy for Recca. Even though, yeah, they're pretty much smashing it now, aren't they? They've won 3 in a row, or 2 in a row, rather, but pretty much got the bomb down, the 2 gun rounds that were difficult. All right, let's see. Recca, can you take the lead? They're going to smoke off short. Looks like they're going to go for a full A execute straight off the bat. Splashky's gone towards middle as well, so aggressive mid control coming out from B.O.O.T. Impressions all on you now, mate.
Gets the first, but hangs around to drop a smoke and will get out because it can't be punished. Sis is on the hunt though, and Sis has been very good so far this map. He will get that kill as well. So the A-bomb site cracked open. Players rotating in, but already locked behind these smokes. Splashke's found the angle with the AWP. He's found the hole in those smokes. It's a problem with this map. The smokes don't fill enough space to stop this. And he might just be able to find a kill, but instead chooses to fall back to something a little bit safer as the bomb goes down and the smokes fade. We'll be getting into this retake now, 4 versus 4, but they're worried about the mid flank when in fact all players are on side. And Tommy's the one doing the flanking, straight in and catches out CS and A main. That's with the attention of the T's, and Tommy can't find the second. But makes it a bit more doable for his teammates. Time starting to tick away. Great spam from Benkai to drop the Under Palace player out of that Molotov. And now they know where everyone is. Last player is in this sandwich smoke, and they suspect it. They haven't confirmed it, but as soon as they touch the bomb, Frostby still make himself known. He jumps straight out, and he can't find the kill. So B.O.O.T managed to grab that defuse in quite a tightly contested retake, but they get it done.
Absolutely solid retake there from B.O.O.T. Having that smoke grenade, everything, like, I don't know if that smoke grenade was on purpose, Tim, but it just somehow worked out. And, well, B.O.O.T claw one back. Recca's still going to be able to buy it. Well, we all saw that coming, didn't we? They were rich as anything last round. But their A execute just doesn't look that great. Constantly getting retaken. Benkai with a very nice spray, like you said, Tim, just through that wall. That's something you got to do every round, I guess. And Recca look like they're back on the back foot already, so any confidence they had looks to be drained.
And they're going slow again.
Uh-huh.
Benkai is very ready for this sewers push. He's just sitting here waiting for it, playing the sneaky angle over the smoke. We are going to get a flashbang out here, Recca, by the looks of things. Looks like Rosu will throw a grenade here. There it is. It's actually a smoke for window to cover themselves, but Benkai fighting this one. Will spot it out and grabs the kill. Should know the other player is crossed, but looks away at the wrong moment and gives Rosu the opportunity. Splashkey, though, on the trade. Means that there's not really that much territory gained for Recca. They still stay at a disadvantage. Hoops line out of Palace is being watched, and Frost Misty won't be able to spot Impression. But Impression has to pick a fight here. He has to go for one, and he'd be traded by the other, and in the end, he gets neither. Frost Misty just finds him out. Tommy gets Molotov'd out as well, so Recca, their A-take is working, but the bomb is, again, just nowhere near the bomb site. They've got to go back through A main and get it.
Shake my head, Tim.
Just take the bomb, guys. It's not bad for you. You're not allergic to it. Just have it with you when you go, not after. Because now it gives B.O.O.T a chance to drop the bomb on the cross. It gives Winter a chance to flank because the bomb's not down and the post plan hasn't started yet. Frostmiss is holding this angle, and fortunately for the T's, Tommy does get caught out, not sure where to look. But Splashkey just going to drop the AWP like that. Frostmisty gets the one to make it a 1v1, but Splashkey's playing the time. Drops a Molotov onto the bomb, and now he can run. 10 seconds. Frostmisty has to plant it, but he's got him down to just 16 HP. The wallbang not quite on point, but Splashkey won't find the angle. Still gives up the kill to Frostmisty. Very well played 1v1 from him, and Recca, they hang in by the skin of their teeth.
I reckon, honestly, if there was anyone in that team, or anyone in Recca who could have won that 1v1, only Frostmisty would have won that. And look, Recca just continually dig themselves deeper and deeper into holes that they just should not be getting out of. But nobody seems to be punishing them on a consistent basis here. B.O.O.T, you know they don't fake. The only reason it seems like a fake is because they take so damn long to get into the site. So that's very interesting that they're not really rotating hard enough. Recca really get very lucky that last round. There's no other way to put it. 12 seconds left on the clock. Frostmisty has to collect the bomb through a smoke and a molly. Just crazy luck.
Very lucky indeed. And for now it's working, but
well,
surely you'd have to think that it won't last forever. This round, though, they're against Pistols. They can get 7, then they've done much better on their T side than they have previously, getting 7 entire rounds. Splashkey should have an easy headshot here. Doesn't, and in fact can't even convert that kill, but he's given a lot of opportunity to damage onto the other players, but he still can't find it, and in the meantime he's lost teammates. And Rosu has to go over into the ladder to fight for him, but Splashkey actually drops down and find one. Rosu kills himself on 2 HP, dropping out a window. You can't let this happen to you, Recca. You can't be just killing yourself on drops. At least they'll get one, but Tommy has found the timing onto both, and he's tagged him down so low, Winter will win it.
And they're back.
Oh,
Straight away with an eco win. That's tit for tat. And Winter, he's going to finish off all the hard work of his teammates. Just come in, do 6 HP worth of damage, get a defuse kit, get that MVP star, that's most important. Pick up the AWP and skedoodle out of there. So he's going to hand the AWP across to old mate Splash Dog. Tactical pause.
Whoa, who does tactical pauses in this day and age?
Crazy.
So Recca are going to take a chance to think about things. Hello?
It says technical pause.
Oh, so it does.
What can we just get it right once, Tim?
We've both been baited.
Every time we guess.
You know, I'm just not going to guess.
No, this is my jam. I love guessing this stuff. Oh, well. Maybe they don't know how to call pauses properly. Who knows? Who knows? That's where you get to say mum knows. All right, B.O.O.T DS are going to be playing close. No, they're not. Looks like they're going to be playing stairs. Just the 2 players in A. I'm missing someone. Ah, yeah, middle window, and on short, and impression goes down.
Gets caught out entirely in the open, and Tommy might have given this one up a little bit early, but he comes back with 3. Tommy! How are you doing that? He shuts them all down!
Tommy!
Benkai nicked his ace, but man, it was close. Tommy, what a massive hold.
Wow. Recca took a pause. They're like, you know what's going to catch him off guard? Just running straight up A ramp, which, you know what? Sometimes it does. But then Tommy happened. And then
Benkai nicked his ace. He even dinked the guy. Like, Tommy had that kill.
He'll be copping a word after this match. Tell you that for free.
Tommy had him dead to rights, and Benkai's like, no, let me help. He got the assist. Oh, well.
That was so nice by Tommy.
That was a massive play. That's a confidence one. That's a chair slapper if you're on a LAN house. Just get the fist bumps going, guys. That's the feel-good round right there. And now, they do have some guns, but not great ones. Yeah, and they're going to be walking into Splashy, who'll be more than happy to take these kills.
Not the kind of guns you want in the last round.
Splashy gives him a good old thanks, mate, as he walks straight into his crosshair and spots the shoulder peek, double scopes in. 9-6, the half for B.O.O.T on Mirage. Playing very, very well indeed off the start. I mean, I thought Recca wouldn't actually get that many rounds on their T side, so in fairness...
Oh, watch this.
All right, I actually want to see where's this kill for Tommy. So there's 4. Was it a dink? I think it was a dink first bullet.
It said Tommy got the assist.
Yeah,
so
which means
Tommy did the majority of the damage.
Yeah, I think an assist starts at like 45 or something. I can't remember exactly how it works.
Oh, he smashed him. Don't worry.
But yeah, no, that was definitely his. So B.O.O.T will take the 9-6, and Recca, they did better than I thought they would, getting 6 rounds. But at that point, or at this point, with Tommy getting that 4K, I feel like that's the B.O.O.T is confident again round.
Well, if B.O.O.T win this pistol round, life is going to suck for Recca. That's all I can say, because unless they... Oh, man, there's been so many eco rounds. It's hard to say, actually. But if B.O.O.T do get out to that 12-6 lead, I really just don't see a way back into this for Recca. Although they do have a very strong CT side, you know, a lot of structure there, I guess, but just don't have a feeling for it right now. You can clearly see the difference between B.O.O.T and Mineski at this point, can't you?
Definitely can. Where Mineski faltered B.O.O.T, not really, so that's something for them at least. They do still have the lead here going into their T side. And admittedly on this map, Recca's CT side was much better. Was the half they got 12 rounds on against Mineski.
Again, though, that's not really a good yardstick to use up against B.O.O.T. Mineski obviously not up to the challenge. 3 rounds only on their T side. That wasn't really Recca doing a whole lot, to be honest. But we will see. Now is Recca's opportunity. They do have pretty similar styles, I would say, both of these teams. So for me, I mean, imagine that round from Tommy. I just thought back to it then. It was just sublime.
He managed to find 4 1v1s in a situation where they were all pretty much fighting him at once, or they should have been all fighting him at once.
I just would be absolutely spewing after that round if that were me.
How does nobody trade that guy? It's like, well, he killed all of us.
They must not have had money for a Molotov, because it's like the one spot you molly on your way up the ramp. But still, that being said, second half is going to get underway, and B.O.O.T are going to be looking to stick the B.O.O.T in.
Go for that T-side pistol win. Splashy's found himself a good old P250. In fact, Tommy's dropped it to him so he can have P250 armor. So he gets himself basically a USP at this point.
Yeah, no stack on B though, so it'll be very difficult to retake if they do decide to go there. A lot of pressure on Hoops. Frost Misty playing this like a gun round, just going to chill out. Everyone thinks they can 1v5 on a pistol, do they?
Maybe. It's certainly harder than it looks.
Oh my god. This is such a counter read right now.
Oh. Frost Misty, though.
Pop the vent.
Why pop the vent?
Because that'll make people look and see his spawn.
True. He's managed to nail the jump to get up there, and they're going to go straight around. Frost Misty deletes one, but here comes Ben-Kai on this trade. Frost Misty's killing everyone. He gets himself 3 to make it a 2 versus 4 now. The CTs have been gifted this free round at the hand of Frost Misty. Sure, they don't let it slip, and indeed they don't. It's Hoops to close it out, so Recca grabs the pistol.
So what I was saying about Frost Misty maybe trying to play it like a gun round, you know, oh, everyone can 1v5.
He kind of did.
Kind of guess he just did, I guess.
You guess?
Yeah.
But do you guess, though?
Well, because he even put, who was it? I think Impression in the window down to very low HP.
Yeah, he did. Put him on like
so
12 or something.
You might as well have just killed all 4 of them.
Yeah, so a massive round.
That was Ben-Kai. That's Ben-Kai.
That's true. Either way, a massive round coming out for the CTs there. Recca needed that one.
Yep.
And Frost Misty gave it to them. But now we'll have to see if they can actually play as a team on their CT side, or if their rounds will only be won through massive individual efforts.
Okay, so B.O.O.T coming through unders with the bomb, 3 of them. And Ben-Kai and Winter looking to do the A execute smokes to try and draw those players into their rotations. Where this might cause a bit of a drama is Rozu now just has nowhere else to watch. His back is covered by smoke. Oh, this boost for free every round. This is definitely a counter strat.
will walk through and get a free kill onto Rozu. They've got to be ready for that. They're going to start watching that now. With that, we'll take away their attention from elsewhere. The player under Palace gets a kill, but Tommy's there with the trade. Tommy peeks out with the FAMAS, but somehow stays alive there. Sis looking to do the damage with the UMP, but he gets triple peeked, and now it's all on Hoops, who will have to do this one with the UMP in a 1v4. The rifle's been recovered by Splashkey as well, so he can't grab that. He's got to FAMAS it. Good luck, Hoops. He's already being pushed on CT as well.
That was such an awesome counter strat, Tim. I just every round they keep boosting into window because they know Rozu rotates out of that. Do you remember how I kept saying Rozu keeps rotating out of window? He's been doing it time and time again.
And then B.O.O.T like, okay, if you're going to give us window, thanks very much. We'll take that. Signed, sealed, delivered. Window's ours.
Yep, indeed. So I'm not sure about the lyrics, but yes.
You know, do my best.
And now Recca with no head armor, except the 2 guys.
Ooh. So Sis has spent $1,300.
Yeah.
Because it didn't have much. Eeyores bought an MP9 and armor.
Yeah.
Hoops has nothing.
Well, Hoops is the AWPer.
Yeah, it's true, but...
Well, I know, it hurts to watch.
It does.
But
it does.
They might win. They've been winning their ecos.
You're right.
Does anyone have a diffuse kit?
What
No, that's the thing,
kits?
right? Surely a diffuse kit on the eco occasionally would be good.
Rossi's going to grab the first pick. Frost Misty boosts up to try and get a trade kill onto someone in mid. Spots one out. They don't yet know he's here, but they also don't know that Splashkey is waiting right here for this play. Gets himself a kill from inside the ladder room. And Splashkey actually goes down to Frost Misty there, so that's an M4 giving back to the CTs.
That was an awkward looking fight, I think.
It was, and now Frost Misty can use his M4 for the better. No, you're not killing Tommy. It's just not a thing.
That's deleted.
He's insane. Tommy is playing very, very well. Determined to put B.O.O.T through to the APAC finals here in Sydney, it seems. Just shutting everyone down the best that he can. The retake comes in for Tommy. Just killing everyone. 4K again.
Tommy's got a gun.
He does.
Yep.
Does have a gun. I sat there for a second and I tried to think of a continuation, but apart from repeating Tommy's got a gun, I didn't have it. So
yeah, true. Well, anyway, he smashed it. Tommy is having a great game. He was very good earlier on in the upper bracket, so no surprise. And he's treating Recca to, well...
the Tommy special.
Yeah, a Tommy special. I like that. The Tommy special. Impressions, close A ramp, going for that contact play, anti-eco, just trying to see what's going on. See if he's getting rushed by 5 guys, but no luck for him. He'll have to go hunting because Recca don't move.
Molotov is there to force out the double peek, and it works out. Impression gets 1 before going down, but the trades come in from the rifles. And the CT is caught out in the middle of nowhere. Sis gets 1 and an AK, but surely he can't get more here. He's going to spray away, and they're still going to fight him. That's a mistake for Ben-Kai. Expensive round here. Sis going to fall back with that AK-47. The Molotov down. He can't really win this round unless they seriously overpeak. But now that they're in CT and safe, they should be okay to take this one. Sis, though, doing a lot of damage for his team. A lot of economic damage as Tommy takes him down.
Look at that, Tommy. 22 and 11. He's having a fireball. And look, across the board, I think Recca have been okay. I mean, look, Frost Misty, he's always going to stand out, right? But their CT side, it's just lacking something. And I think that might just be some sort of team effort. We've got, you know, Rosu just holding middle and connector all on his own. Frost Misty holding short all on his own. Oh, they tried to go for the window jump, but he missed it. So Hoops is going to fall back with that AWP. And Frost Misty, yeah, Eeyore. Haven't heard much from Eeyore, to be honest.
Now Hoops, though, catch out this boost. No, he won't. He'll spot it, but he can't hit it. And Eeyore's going to go for that trade. Can't even get that. He has to fall back. They're still not looking at him. I don't know how they haven't called this one in con. That's actually a pretty big giveaway for the Tees.
Yeah, that's interesting. I thought we only had drop bears in Australia.
What was that? Oh boy, you're upset if you're Frost Misty there. Like, what do you do? You spotted him jumping. You think, all right, he's coming to do the window jump, and I'll wait for him to land so I don't get messed up by jumping hitboxes, and then he does that. Bad luck, my friend. But impression 1 versus 3. Bowman is back, but lots of players here on A. He's got to check under Palace to get rid of Sis. Which, while he should be doing that, might just get crossfired from jungle. Actually finds the timing as Sis looks towards the Palace drop. For some reason, impression now in for a chance for the win here. Has to find Eeyore and can't do it.
Oh, so
it's
close.
a near thing.
Yep, that was very, very close. And, well, nice work there by Recca, I've got to say. They held that middle area for once pretty well. And that's all they needed to do for this portion of what B.O.O.T is dishing out. Now it's up for B.O.O.T to try and change things up. Or do they just keep trying to go for that middle control and that middle window boost, but maybe do a little bit of a better job of dealing with Rosu and connector? Their money is getting pretty bad. They'll only be able to buy this round. Tommy, maybe not even be able to afford a full AK. Somebody help that guy out. Swap guns with him.
Absolutely. If he's fragging as hard as he is, you want him on a rifle.
Yeah, be a good teammate.
Or a big rifle, not just a Galil.
Defender.
The Defender. That's the one. Not anymore, but it was the name.
Ooh, Rosu playing with fire.
In a very literal sense as the Molotov lands. Impression's been tagged a bunch. He was the mid player, so I think he's just been sprayed at or naded, but there goes some kills. Eeyore gets one before getting traded. Benkai has drawn out both Molotovs from these B-side players, so he's telling his team that, hey guys, if we do want to go B, they don't have Molotovs anymore.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think he is faking it. The bomb's still top mid. Impression does need to be a little careful. Winter has been dying a lot in this middle area to connector. So maybe swap him out or something, I'm not sure. Get his impact somewhere else. 3 towards B now almost. You just know Hoops wants to rotate across.
Benkai.
Yeah, nice patience.
That's a really good angle to be holding for Frost Misty to peek into. Rosu, though, being equally as patient with the M4 below the window.
How are they getting away with this? No rotation coming out from Hoops or anything.
And Rosu will get a chance here, but no. Impression was 1 bullet away. It was an audible facepalm.
Was it audible?
Oh, dude, that was beefy.
My bad.
I feel certain people heard that. Either way, they're already fighting in mid. Sis will get tagged down. It's a 2v3. Impression is hitting headshots this round. 3 kills. Sis in a 1 versus 3. No time. Bomb half ticked already. Would have to get all the way to the B-bomb site. If he ran there now...
No chance, mate. He doesn't have a chance.
Well, even if he ran there now, everyone was dead. He still couldn't defuse in time. So he's got to save.
He needs to save, more importantly, because next round, ain't nobody got nothing. So he's going to have to drop his guns or maybe a UMP or something if they want to force buy. Otherwise, they're going to be eco. And that'll give B.O.O.T 14 rounds if they anti-eco successfully. I tried to say it wrong again. I couldn't. So that proves that it was a mistake. Successfully.
You know what's wrong when you can't intentionally mess it up the same way.
That's just how I roll.
Yeah, I feel you.
No, you don't.
It's true. There's a healthy distance between us at the moment. It's good.
For now.
Oh, boy.
Until we get home, but we've been over that.
Oh,
Fast
boy.
A execute coming out from B.O.O.T. It's a good way to do an anti-eco, but Scissors here with the rifle.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
See you later. That's a big old bag of Doritos right there. Frost Misty tag down to 1 HP. There's a good shot for me, or at long range with the CZ, because it's a good gun that makes sense that you can do that to people. The rifles should be able to hold off this one, though. They've spotted out the stairs player, and Tommy is spamming away. He's going to take his time to go into CT, though, and just be ready in case the rest of his team falls by the wayside that he can get some frags going. CT's still here present on the bomb site. Look like they're getting ready to go, but that interesting Molotov. Interesting grenade. You should know they're not on site, guys. You do have all of that locked down, but the CT is just looking for exits at this point. And I think with that shake of the mouse, they know how bad those grenades were. Impression's well aware. Or whoever it was. With Tommy, it might have been Tommy, I can't remember. Anyway, they're well aware they messed those up. The bomb will go off. All Ts will survive. One of the CTs goes down to it. Tommy will stay alive as well. So guns kept in hand. And B.O.O.T now hitting 14, only 2 rounds away. And
Yeah,
this round, it's going to be a scrappy buy from Recca.
Yeah, well, they've got no choice. The good news is they did save 2 guns, but it might be just too little too late. As we're just going to have to see what B.O.O.T do now. That was a really nice mix-up by B.O.O.T, by the way, to mix up the pace. Bomb down T-spawn again, so get ready for this. Ben-Kai going to smoke off short, so the boys can hopefully get up into connector. Looks like their connector molly or smoke got diffused, or extinguished, rather. Tommy, very close, playing with fire because Frost Misty is on the other side of this corner.
Ooh. It does go away, but the trades come through. Great work from Winter in mid. He had been dying a lot, but this round he's on it. And Sis doesn't know just how close to death he actually is, but he will go down. The flashbang's going to land on his face, but he still managed to stay alive until Impression spams the smoke. And now Hoops, 1 versus 2, none versus 2. 15 to 8 for B.O.O.T. Great round from them. Just pretty much dismantling Recca again. That was as close to a gun round as Recca are going to get. Full M4's out.
I mean, that is heartbreaking if you're Recca right now because, I mean, they've got to force buy this round just to stay in this map. And B.O.O.T, I mean, look, to be honest, look, sometimes I think the ecos work out better for Recca than their gun rounds. I'm not sure how that even works, but the proof is in the pudding. And that's where their results have been, on their eco rounds and pistol rounds.
In the pudding.
Yep.
Now Splashkey, not going to check this here. That's a problem. That's an AK given over.
Yeah. And that should be a read. Hey, guys, they must be going B. There's only one guy A ramp. Hoops, get ready for it.
Impression does trade, but Hoops running AK from Tommy. This guy can do no wrong. It's still a headshot because, of course, it is 3 versus 3. The B-bomb site fully under T control at this point. So this is going to be the first one up to try and fight this. It does have a bit of an interesting angle, but Tommy's already up short and ready to fight. Rosu, this might just be curtains here.
For the first map.
For the first map, that's it. B.O.O.T looking to get the win. 16 to 8 over Recca. If they can just hold off this retake, 3 kills needed. The bomb already halfway ticked. Tommy is going to find the first. There's one answer from Sis, but Recca, how much time do they really have? The answer is not much. It's a 1v2, but Ben-Kai, all he has to do is play the bomb, and that Molotov's going to do it. The grenade combo's there as well. They can't win.
Wow.
It's all going the way of B.O.O.T. 16 to 8 over Recca. Nothing that can be done. Tommy's just going to play out the time, and Frost Misty goes down. That's the end of it. 16-8, map number 1. Mirage, Recca's map pick, going the way of B.O.O.T quite convincingly in the end.
Well, Tim, I had my my thoughts about this map coming into it. I said Recca picking Mirage was definitely a mistake. And, well, I hate to tell you, but I was right. And sometimes, like, I've only been right probably 2 or 3 times before, so it's quite a good feeling. And for Recca...
I was waiting for you to be like, I've only been right every time before. So that's what I was waiting for.
Well, I don't want to gloat, but look, this one particular
Look, mate, there won't be room at this desk for me, you, and your ego if you go on that way.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, look, I was right. B.O.O.T was right. Recca, not so right. So look at that. I mean, that's a dream scenario. As someone who used to hold B-apps by myself, Winter does somehow get knocked down to 2 HP. Like, that's crazy to be able to do that. But that's just pistols in this damn game. Anyway, so look, I can't wait for this Tommy highlight. I don't know about you.
I'm very excited. I just... Because they were peeking him Palace mid-side and over Tetris within a second of each other. But he still managed to spin it and isolate it into 4 1v1s. And there's in spray downs that he could win. So here it is. All right, so 2 players you can see at once now. Managed to fight both of them. Like, I just don't know how the timing works for him there. It's so ridiculous. And then Ben-Kai, mate, come on.
It's because Ben-Kai helped him get Frost Misty and Palace.
So that's the trade-off.
Yeah, the trade-off. So he only had to hit the Frost Misty once. with the M4 because he only had 2 bullets left. But still, it's a damn good round, Tommy. Pat yourself on the back. And now, what are we heading into? Nuke.
Nuke.
Oh.
Which is Boot's map pick.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I can't wait to see it. Apparently, it's a lot quicker now. And CT rotations. That's what make or break a good CT side on Nuke. And I want to see it. I want to see it. I haven't seen these new roof flashes or anything like that. So this will be...
You've seen the new map, right? You're familiar with the differences?
Yeah. But like, I've not seen a Nuke game. I think I saw one, which was a while ago. I think it was like Na'Vi versus Gambit, and it was on the new Nuke, and everyone was throwing their flashes on the way into the T mid. Like, they were just throwing them on the run because of the way the new skylights.
Yeah, because they actually bounce nades down. So you don't have to arc it perfectly. You can just peg them into the back.
Love it. Nice. That sounds exciting to me. As an
is
in-game leader, like, could do so much with that.
Yeah, it's good. We've seen a couple games of Nuke. I think in AUNZ Champs, I think we had a game.
Only Greyhounds would play it.
Yeah, I think it was. I can't remember. I'm sure I've done a game of it, but we haven't seen a lot of it. And again, there's been changes. Well, there's been more changes since, minor, but still there's some changes there. So it's always interesting to get to watch maps that are constantly evolving. It's rare that Valve actually want to put the effort into constantly evolving a map. But it's nice that they are. It's good, and they're constantly updating canals as well. So maybe they want that one to be competitively viable.
No, thank you.
Maybe.
No, thank you. I remember when Overpass first came out, I tweeted at Valve saying, "Stop trying to make Overpass a thing. It's not a thing.
Stop trying to make Overpass happen. It's not happening."
It's changed dramatically since then. I actually love Overpass.
It's a cool map.
Yeah.
Anyway, we will see Nuke between these two teams. It could be the map that gets Boot here to Sydney for the ESL APAC Finals for the Pro League, but we'll find out after the break.